Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nini and welcome to 2026. I'm so excited to be here with you guys and starting new projects. So if you're new here, hi, once again, I'm Nini. I'm an illustrator and character designer, and I like to make a lot of illustration videos, sketchbook videos. I like to stream sometimes, and sometimes I do vlogs. But yeah, welcome to the channel. I hope that you all had a wonderful New Year's. I know that I did. I got some good food, I went to the spa, and I got to watch the sunrise on New Year's Day. It was so lovely. If you did something for New Year's, please talk about it in the comments down below. I would love to hear about it. For today's video, I'm going to be using some new acrylic markers that I got off of Amazon as a Christmas present for myself. So if you like this video, please be sure to subscribe and like the video, and maybe comment down below. And let's go ahead and get started. So I do have a few art resolutions for 2026, but my main resolution for this year is to pivot away from doing character art and instead practice using composition and illustration planning a bit more. So that's what I'm doing with this video. So to begin with, I did do some thumbnail sketches in my sketchbook, and I also tried out the color palette that I wanted to be using. I wanted a really warm color palette for this New Year's because this is supposed to be my year, and I really want it to be cozy and warm and just really fun. So I'm drawing my characters Manguo and Pepper, which are two cat characters from one of the stories that I like to work on. And they're just going through a market and enjoying the New Year's. So like I said before, I'm using acrylic markers for this illustration, and the acrylic markers that I got are the Guangna acrylic brush markers in the 72 count. I got them off of Amazon. I got them because I saw this video on Instagram that used them to make this like really pretty Chinese traditional building illustration. So I thought, why not give it a shot? So these are brush markers, which is my preferred version of acrylic markers. And they have pretty strong coverage, especially compared to the other acrylic markers that I have that are like really cheap. They go on top of other darker colors very nicely, and lighter colors really pop too. And like with most acrylic markers, you can use these markers on multiple surfaces like wood and ceramics, and of course paper. So I got the 72 color count, which I think is a pretty nice range. It's not too little choice and not too many choices, which is what I struggle with regular acrylic. I like having a pretty limited color choice range, and it pushes me to use the colors in more creative ways. Now, the size of the pins, they're smaller than I originally thought. I think that on the Amazon listing they look a bit longer, but I'm not too mad about it. It's still a pretty good size to fit in my hands. And with these acrylic markers, you're supposed to store them horizontally instead of vertically, which is different from my cheaper markers. Now, I am still learning how to use acrylic markers, so nothing is like to a extremely good point that I would like. But I did try a few things. Like I did blend some of the colors using my finger, and the paint dries pretty quickly, so I had to do it very quickly after applying the paint. But I'm not sure if it's a good or bad thing, but it works, so it's all good. And for this composition, as you can see from the video, I decided to work from the back to the front, which is not what I usually do. I usually work on everything at the same time, but I felt like it would work better using this method with these acrylic markers. So this year, I really want to practice making more full illustrations. I feel like I spend too much time in my sketchbook at this point in my artistic career, and I'm not making enough final products, which is not a bad thing, but I do want to make more stuff for my portfolio, especially since I'm graduating this semester. I want to make my portfolio a bit stronger. And so I want to use my sketchbook a bit more intentionally to do illustrations outside of my sketchbook. And so by using my sketchbook to make thumbnails and color comps, I'm able to put a lot more thought into details of the illustrations that I do either traditionally or digitally. I also want to make more digital final illustrations this year, which I think that last year I made a lot of illustrations due to like Art Fight and Hugh Vimber. But yeah, that's what I want to do this year. I want to add to my portfolio, like I said before, because I want to finally expand the stories that I'm working on through concept art instead of just drawing my characters repeatedly. And I feel like I'd be able to advance my stories so that I can actually make a full story. Yeah. And since I'll be graduating in May, I'll have more time to do illustrations like this. So I'm pretty excited for this year. So because I already did the thumbnail beforehand, there are a lot more details that I wouldn't normally put into illustrations that I haven't completely thought out. So you see the snack sign in the back. I don't usually do words or typography in my illustrations, so I did want to try and do that, and I think it turned out pretty cute. And I decided to include the 2026 in the lanterns in the background too. I considered writing Happy New Year in the sky, but I felt like that would be too big and it would probably mess it up. So I might add it digitally because I do want to make this into like a desktop background or something. But we'll see. I also added a little nod to some of my other characters. So my character Manguo, who's in the background, the yellow cat warrior with a blue cape, has these plushies that he won for Pepper, who was a child. And the plushies are actually little representations of Pepper, my character Karma, and my other character Jasper, who is a raccoon character. So I thought that was really cute and they turned out really, really adorable. They kind of remind me of the cat slimes from Slime Rancher. But yeah, it's like little details like that. Also, working on this little sparkler that Pepper has was so much fun. It was interesting trying to figure out how it would work because I didn't plan the exact details in the thumbnail sketch. But I think that it turned out pretty cool, and the lighting on Pepper is very beautiful. So I'm very glad that I decided to do this illustration. So in total, this whole illustration took about 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours over the course of 2 days. So the way that I like to do art is I get a vast majority of the illustration done on the first day, and then I need to take a break and rest my eyes and come back the next day so that I have fresh eyes and can see any mistakes or details that I would like to add to the illustration. And then if I feel content with it after a few hours, then I'll say it's done. Or if I don't feel content, I'll wait another day and finish it the next day. So that's what I did with this illustration, and I just had to go back and add a few more details to really spruce up the image. Like there are a few white spaces that are left behind on the paper, and I wanted to add a few more details to these little cat lanterns that I have in the illustration. As you can tell, I really love cats. Yeah. So that's the end of the video. I had a lot of fun using these markers to make this New Year's illustration. Comment down below, what are you doing for New Year's and what are your resolutions? If you like this video, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe follow me on Instagram. And I will see you all next time. Bye!